Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. I didn't intend on making free videos for Star Trek The Motion Picture for the 40th anniversary, but I don't want to make one big long one, so I've just split it up. I just sort of want to talk about the motion picture, the original version versus the director's edition. Now, I didn't see the original version for a long time. I saw it on TV when I was a kid, didn't remember it. Watched the extended version, had my own copy of that, watched that a million times. And then when I later saw the widescreen version of the first film, I didn't notice the missing scenes because once you've seen the deleted scenes or an extended version of a film, when you watch the original film, you don't miss the scenes that are missing because you know them. You already are informed. So it's hard to kind of see the film as people first saw it, with some of the elements missing that are in the extended version and the director's edition. Then later on, the director's edition came out on DVD. I watched that. I loved it. And I didn't see the original film again for a long time until it came out on Blu-ray and DVD. And I didn't actually watch the Blu-ray for some reason. I don't think I watched it. But I ended up watching it tonight for the 40th anniversary. And then I watched parts of the director's edition. I was going to watch the whole film. I was going to try and watch both. But I sort of thought I'll save the director's edition for another time. I'll watch it properly. I just watched the scenes that were the most different. And the things that were missing were all human elements. Spock crying for Vija, Alia stopping Chekhov's pain, some of the little crewing interactions. So what they put back into the director's edition helps the film because they're all little human moments, they're all little character moments, which usually are things that always get cut out of films, that always help, that always should be get put back for director's editions and special editions, and it works. The only problem was he did take out some special effects and shorten some scenes that I didn't think didn't work in the first place. I didn't think they were too slow, and we're used to them. So he put back stuff that we were used to, and then he took stuff out that we were used to. So I don't always enjoy the director's edition totally because if I sit down and watch it properly, I'm aware of some of the shortened scenes and some of the shortened shots and some of the shots that are missing. And I hope when they do the director's edition, if they do the director's edition, the HD version, I kind of hope that they don't shorten some of those scenes, that they don't do an exact director's cut. They just put back in the stuff that was missing on top of the scenes as they already were, and just change a few little things that they will probably recreate it exactly. But the other concern I have with that is I hated the Starfleet scene. The San Francisco scene looks awful, mostly because, and I read this somewhere and I believe this is true, I'm going from memory, they went out to San Francisco with a digital camera and took their own photos just standing on land and then put in the digital buildings, and it just looks cheap and tacked on and just doesn't match the rest of the shots in the film and the matte shots and the other digital effects in the film. And partly because it doesn't have perspective. That air tram shot in Star Trek Motion Picture, you're in the sky looking at the ship fly over you, looking down at the bridge. It's beautiful. It's cinematic. The other shot that they were doing that didn't finish was, I think, again, you're sort of over the water and you're looking out at the bridge and the little shuttle goes across to the space tram depot or whatever they called it. And they cut that out, or they didn't use that, they didn't finish it, whatever, and they just had the Federation seal instead. Now, I'd much rather them just finish that shot, fix that shot, and maybe one other shot of just the city as a whole, and then have the original tram shot, even if they redo it, just that. They need to keep that same style, that cinematic look that they had in the first film, and ditch that scene. Okay, have I think 3 shots is what they have, that works, and see more of the bay, and that's all fine, but they need to redo the shots and keep them in the style of the original. Vulcan, I'm fine with. Shockingly, this is the first time I ever realized in the motion picture, you see Spock sitting down in the original film. I'm always looking up at the planets. I never noticed Spock is actually in the shot. I just thought they added him in the director's edition. So there's a few little things I noticed that I had never seen before. On the dry dock, it actually says dry dock, and there's a little shuttle up the top. I never noticed that. I think I was just looking at the film differently, because I hadn't watched it for a while, and I hadn't watched it in Blu-ray, and it was interesting. And I mean, I love the film because it has mystery, it shows the unknown, there's strange things, it makes you wonder, it makes you think, It has concepts, has ideas. All the other films after that, after Wrath of Khan, were all just villain of the week, revenge. We got a baddie, the goodie has to fight, blah blah blah. Very popularist, very general. Not Star Trek. Star Trek was all about strange new worlds, exploration, thinking, having concepts and ideas that would be with you, that you have to think about and stay with you. And we don't really have that in any of the other films. So it's my favourite film, always will be. The director's edition ultimately is better because I enjoy it more because I don't actually sit and watch it properly anymore. I don't have the time to really sit and watch it properly, so I don't notice so much the scenes they shortened. But if I do sit down, I tend to miss them. So I'm always going to watch a combination of the two films. I might even try and make my own edit one day. I guess if they do the director's edition and I've got the original edition, I can always do a copy of both, do an edit of both using high quality. I probably will do that to make myself happy. But until then, I'm going to prefer the director's edition, and the Blu-ray quality, the way they scanned it, they really need to do a 4K and treat it properly because it doesn't look as good. So, but then again, the DVD is SD, so you can't win either way. So we really do need a good quality HD version. I want the original movie and the director's edition with better quality effects. Here's hoping. We haven't had an announcement, but here's hoping that it comes. So happy 40th anniversary Star Trek Motion Picture. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Comments are fun. Tell me what you think of the film. Comments are